Welcome to the best show. Of course, I go by the name Christmas. This is the best show, Daily Hustle. It makes an other show look so stupid and work online. Welcome, season 2. We're back. They say beauty started inside, but today I'm with a person who says, "Hey, we can fix the outside." Though it's crazy. Welcome to the show.
All right. I'm so glad to be with you, sitting here with you.
You're beautiful.
Oh, well, thank you.
Like, you're really beautiful. I can tell you deal with beauty.
Right. Thank you.
So please introduce yourself at home.
Okay, so I am Mario V. I'm the founder and CEO of Unblemished Beauty Academy.
Yes.
Unblemished Beauty Academy was all birthed in 2018.
Yeah.
And through my years actually working in the beauty industry, well, I've actually facilitated for many beauty schools. And also my whole vision behind Unblemished Beauty was to empower and instill beauty values within the girls of underprivileged communities.
Yes.
My main focus was to actually get girls coming in that actually couldn't afford to go to schools that I actually went to.
Amazing.
Right?
Yeah.
So hence the reason behind Unblemished Beauty.
Before we get to the business, let's go back 10 years back.
Wow.
What you were doing there, man? Let's chill. 10 years back, I know you were somewhere maybe trying to get into the business. I want to know the challenges and stuff. What was happening 10 years back?
Right. Okay. So 10 years ago, I was battling with addiction. Right. So
what kind of addiction, though, if I may ask?
Drug addiction.
Wow.
Yes. So during my how could I put it? During my years of addiction, I actually was in addiction for like 15 years.
Yeah.
Right. So during my addiction, I've been in and out of gigs, jobs, losing jobs, all of that based on my addiction.
Yeah.
Right. And then it was 6 years ago.
Wow.
Where I actually just came to a point where I actually now needed to decide, is this going to be the end of me, or am I going to fight to live? Yes. Yeah. And it was 6 years ago that I actually decided to quit drugs.
Wow, that's amazing.
And during my recovery process, I refound and established my love for beauty and for makeup.
Yeah.
And within those 2 years, I've sustained 2 successful businesses.
Wow. I call it fully recover. When you recover, like when you stay away from drugs and you're starting something, and what you're starting is looks like this. This is amazing.
Right.
You see? So tell me, when you were young, you always wanted to do beauty, or you were like, I'm just growing up, we'll see. Or beauty was like a thing that, hey, when I'm at this age, I wanna deal with beauty.
Okay, so growing up, I grew up in a family where I have 6 sisters, both parents. My dad is actually a PK. So
they all get it wrong. Right? Okay, hallelujah.
Yeah. So I grew up in a family where I was surrounded by females, and makeup was all over.
Wow.
And that's where I actually found my passion for makeup, because makeup and I are just like this. So that is where I actually found my love for makeup and for beauty. And then growing up, just found myself being drawn into the beauty industry.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, so you were that person who liked to stay pretty all the time.
All the time. Never left the home looking anything other than this.
Off camera, you told me that even if you go to the shop, you just put on your makeup.
Yes, I don't leave the house without any makeup on.
Serious?
I've got to always be on point. For me, it's just about allowing myself to not just look good, also just not just feel good, but just be an inspiration to others, because people actually buy with their eyes. So for me, is when people look at you, they must believe it. I can't go out there saying I'm running a beauty institution and they're like, you look like you need a makeover.
Beauty. People, they can say, hey, beauty. So tell me, what kind of music do you listen to when you're home?
Well, I'm more into gospel. very in very in line with my spirituality. That is something that never left me because I do come from a very staunch Christian home.
Okay.
So most of the time my music is always gospel. And yeah, that is...
You don't go to the club?
No. I would socialize, but I don't go clubbing. I would go to like a cigar lounge or just a cocktail lounge and things like that.
You don't dance?
No, I do dance.
Where do you dance? People are smoking cigar there. Do you dance?
Right. Well, I do love jazz. Jazz is one of my favorites. Also, I'm a piano. Piano I love.
What is your favorite song? What is your favorite song?
Oh, wow. There's so many.
You kidding me? Come on. I can sound like, I know the piano people. I know how they look. I can tell how this one can dance on piano. But seriously, you love piano?
Yes, I do.
Oh, that's amazing. Are you a movie person? Do you go out and watch movies?
No, I don't. Also, too, because the businesses keep me so occupied, I actually don't even have time to watch TV.
Oh.
Yes. So, yeah.
You don't watch TV?
No, I don't.
All these people who are successful, they don't watch TV. And I watch TV like...
Serious?
Hey, I watch all the soap shows.
I wish I could just actually get a day where I could actually just stay in my PJs and just stay in front of the TV.
Yeah, because during the week I'm busy, but on a weekend I make sure I do my catch up. Like I sit down at home and watch TV.
Oh wow!
Do you read newspapers?
No, I don't. I do read it on my phone though.
On the go. On the go. So tell me the challenges in this beauty world. What are the challenges to have this kind of environment?
Okay, so basically there are little to no challenges. For me, it was all based on passion. The minute you have passion and a love for what you do, there are the challenges are very limited. Because for every challenge, you have to always find a solution. So with every challenge that came my way, I always had a solution. So even before I even started the business, before I even got the premises and everything, the first thing I did was hand over the business back to God, because it was the appointed time. So for me, even when I do face challenges, I go back to God, and then I always allow Him to take control, because He needs to guide, He needs to lead. Right?
I didn't expect that, man. I was like, hey, Chris. hey, I didn't expect that. So, okay, that's nice, man. So, another question that I want to ask. Someone who's at home right now and saying, I want to start this kind of business, what advice can you give that person at home?
Okay, for people who want to get into a business like mine, firstly, you need to start off with finding and identifying where you actually want to be within the beauty industry. The beauty industry is evolving every day. So even like now, even with the pandemic, this is one industry that's actually stood the test of time, because no matter what may come,
people,
male, female, everybody just wants to look good. Right?
Yeah.
So for somebody that wants to get into the beauty industry, my advice to them would be passion, love what you do.
Yeah.
Hard work, drive, and just never give up.
Never give up.
Yes, it's just about pushing yourself to want to be better. It's all about that for me.
That's amazing. So you said in this past 6 years, you never touch anything like cigarette and...
Well, I do smoke cigarettes. I don't drink alcohol. The reason why, even though drugs was my addiction, my downfall, the reason why I don't drink alcohol is because alcohol will definitely lead me back to drugs.
Serious?
Yes, it would. I think one glass of wine and I'd be banging on some dealer's door. Yeah.
And you spend like a lot of money then.
Right. So basically, even during my addiction, I basically just worked for drugs. And yeah.
Yo, a day you used to smoke how many bags a day?
Like 4.
4 bags?
Yes.
Yeah, that was serious.
Yes, it was.
Serious.
Because there was a time where I actually needed it to actually sustain my lifestyle. So even if I needed to get out of bed, I would actually need to have a line.
A booster.
A booster, yes.
So without it, you can't go a day.
Yes. It actually, okay, taking you back to my childhood, basically, it was also a crutch that I used to actually help me to step out into society. I used it as a shield to give me the confidence to step out, because you're also fighting the world. Basically, you're fighting rejection from family, friends, neighbors,
And,
all of
and
that.
I was about to ask you, how did you deal with that rejection? Like, okay, I see outside the world, but in your family, if there is rejection in your family, how to deal with that?
Okay, so at first it wasn't as bad. I wouldn't say it was bad. My family was very accepting.
Yeah.
Okay, but from a distance. It took them actually quite a while to actually warm up to the fact
I see.
that, okay, you're gay, you're here, and now we have to deal with this. And then it also now being gay, and then also now addiction.
It was a lot.
It was a lot. But they also didn't realize that the reason, okay, when I started drugs, at first, the first time I actually had a drug, it was just gave me that sense of comfort, sense of peace. It allowed me to be myself. So eventually when I did stop the drugs, I needed to prepare myself now mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally. Okay? And the first thing I needed to do was self-acceptance. I needed to actually accept myself first. And then I had to now start training myself to actually think positively, allowing myself to step back out into society without the crutch.
Sure.
Right?
That's deep. Yo, that's just amazing. Yeah.
Yes.
So tell me the last time when you said, this is my last time smoking drugs, what was going through to your mind?
Okay, so I'll never forget that evening. I actually came back from a jazz lounge in Rosebank.
Yeah.
I was out with family and got back and high and get home, and it was at that point I was just sitting in my room, and I still remember I had a row of lines lined up on my phone. But at that point I knew this was the end, because by then it had already consumed me. I could feel it, I could taste it, it was in my veins, it was everywhere. And it was at that point I knew if I'd continued today, there would be no tomorrow. So I then took my phone, flushed everything down in the toilet, and that was the day I actually stopped.
Wow.
But little did I realize that that was the day I was actually putting myself like basically through the worst, because that was actually the worst year of my life, because the recovery.
Yeah, I'm thinking now you're trying to live without this thing that you used to, and being sober. Like, it was the worst feeling, I guess.
It was. It was also traumatic to a sense where, because prior to that, I'd also been to rehab. My parents had sent me at that time, that was like 10 years prior to when I decided to stop. And coming out of rehab, being in rehab, also they gave me the tools to actually live without the drugs, but I didn't use them at that time. So when I had stopped, now 6 years ago, everything that I had learned back then, I then applied those tools to my daily living.
Wow.
Yes.
That's amazing. In 4 years or 5 years, where do you see yourself with this business?
Okay, so like I said, this is my main academy. So this is actually the Aesthetics Academy. So I just recently opened up another campus last week, right? So what I actually wanted to do was I did want to actually have different schools, academies in different provinces. And then I decided to take a step back and decided, how big do I really want the business to be? And then yes, I want the business to be successful, but with success as well also comes lots of mountains to climb. So where I see myself in 5 years from now, yes, I'm going to be very successful, but I'm going to start going on tour. So I'm going to be taking myself on tour to different provinces. So instead of opening up academies in different provinces, I will be taking myself there and passing off skills to girls and guys, also guys within the LGBTQ plus community, who can't afford to go to schools. I'm going to go there and empower, because my main goal is now to motivate, inspire, uplift, and also to serve. That is what my main goal is right now. Is actually to serve people and bring them into the beauty industry. Because as you do already know, because with COVID, the pandemic, job loss, for instance, the unemployment rate, okay? So what my goal is now is to empower young individuals to actually start sustainable businesses within the beauty industry.
That's amazing. But do you see yourself doing another thing beside the beauty world? Do you see yourself doing something else?
Okay, so when it comes to beauty, I've basically done it all. I've worked on movies. I've worked with the likes of Black Coffee, Oskido. Whenever Monique Bingham's in the country, I'm actually her go-to makeup artist.
Wow.
So I've been in the industry for many years. So where I want to actually see myself with the business in 5 years, I actually want to, basically by then, I actually want to be a life coach.
And you can talk.
So in 5 years, I definitely want to be a life coach. I want to go out and motivate. My thing now is just to serve the communities, to serve people, to give people an experience which they actually cannot afford to have right now. So that is where I am right now.
I heard. So tell me, man, are you a person who love like cars and stuff?
Oh yes, absolutely, I do. My next car is definitely going to be.
Come on with that now. Yeah.
Yes, my next car is definitely going to be a Porsche. I definitely have to have a Porsche.
Why Porsche?
Hey?
Why Porsche?
I've always wanted something that is as bold as me. I wanted something that, because when I arrive, people must know, oh, she arrived. When they see me driving past, they must know that is her. You know? So that is what I want. I do love a Porsche. It must be a 2-seater, just for me and my partner. We're going to be taking long trips.
Wow.
So yes, so that is what I want.
That's amazing. When you're at home, man, what do you like to eat? What is your favorite dish? Like something that you like, so you say, hey, when I get home, I just want to eat this.
Okay, well, to be quite honest with you, I don't cook. Right? My partner actually does all the cooking. So he's actually quite the chef. So he knows exactly when I'm wishing for something. He knows exactly what to make, when to make it. Right? So basically our main dish that we do enjoy the most, I would say, is biryani. It's an Indian dish, yes.
I also like it though. I also like it. So you said you no longer drink anymore.
No, I don't.
But what is your favorite wine when you just want to take a sip?
I don't drink alcohol, but when I am wishing for something, I will drink Savannah Zero.
Hey, you don't drink.
Or Corso Light Zero.
I'm trying to look, Prince, I'm trying to look like, I'm the corrupt one, so I'm trying to look people like, when you find someone says, hey, I drink too, I feel good, dog. So I can't get that, but I'm trying. No, man, I really appreciate your time, as well as your cooperation, man. I think right now COVID is in and people are losing their jobs. What are the message that you would like to send at home? To those people who lost their job and stuff.
Okay, so the message I'd like to send to people who have not just lost their jobs, but for people that have lost hope. Okay, people out there just need to understand that there is a higher power. You actually need to call on your higher power. After calling on your higher power, soul search. You need to actually identify with where you are at right now. Because everybody at this point right now is blaming everything else around them for the situations that we're in. Okay, only we can change the positions that we are facing right now. So in order for you to make a difference, you've got to make an impact within your own life. You've got to go out there and you've got to actually make it want to work. That is the only time anything will actually work for you. There's only so much, yes, our government, our neighbors, gift of the givers, there's only so much they can do for us. But you actually have to take the next step. You actually have to put in the work.
So are you gonna vote though?
Am I going to vote? Yes, absolutely. Definitely going to vote.
Why to you, like, is it very important to vote?
The reason I would want to vote is because I would also want to make an impact in the country. My vote means something.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm definitely going to be raising the flag and also just supporting the party that I actually believe is going to make a difference in our country.
What do you look though into a party? Like, if you wanna vote to the party, like for me, if I want to vote to a party, what must I check before I go to vote?
Well, for me, it will all be about sustainability. How have you sustained what you had spoken to us over the past few months?
They've been lying.
Oh, tell me about it.
Hey, these people have been lying, but it's okay. But I like your message when you say, because we have to go and vote, because I think that's the only way to talk.
Yes.
Because if I'm gonna go out and outside tomorrow and say, hey, that doesn't count.
Exactly, and our vote is our voice.
True.
So yes.
Man, I really appreciate your time as well as your cooperation into this interview. I learned a lot actually.
Right.
Yeah, I really learned a lot. So tell me, before we close the show, someone that you once did the makeup and you were like, yeah, I always wanted to do this person.
Oh wow, there's so many. Black coffee.
Wow.
Definitely black coffee.
Hey, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I was gonna say that.
Definitely black coffee.
Wow, you did black coffee.
Yes.
How was it though?
It was a wow out of body experience.
Yeah.
Because well, he's huge.
Yeah, I can tell.
The day I got called with a synopsis and just a brief on wow, you're going to be, we have a gig for you, and the artist is black coffee. I was like, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, it was the most rewarding experience.
Yeah.
And yes, everything it just went on and on from there. It's
Hey,
amazing.
touching Black Coffee's face, man, is amazing. It's been a great show. It's been a great show. This is Daily Hustle. This is Daily Hustle, this special that makes an other show look so stupid and work up. My man Prince, man, thank you so much for the sound as well as your camera, man. I appreciate that, and thank you so much for time.
It's a
I'm
pleasure.
blessed. I'm blessed.
It's a pleasure. Thank you
so
for
much,
having
man.
me.
Gotta cut that.
Yes, Avalili. Yes.